Hey guys, my name is Ethan, this is Carberra, and welcome to the video where I teach you how to install Windows Subsystem for Linux, specifically version 2, on your computer. Now, I mentioned this in a Discord server a little while ago, and I mentioned it on some streams and videos as well, but I decided to switch away from dual booting Windows and Linux to having just Windows with WSL 2 activated as well. Windows Subsystem for Linux is perfect for those of you considering dual booting Windows and Linux because it gives you the convenience of Linux in development and all the advantages that come with it, and also the convenience that Windows has in other places. So if you play games a lot, for example, it's really useful for that, and it basically just means that you don't have to constantly switch between operating systems all the time, which is the main reason where I switched to it in the first place. So what this video will actually cover is the start to finish process of installing and activating Windows Subsystem for Linux, and also getting an operating system on there and ready to use. Of course, if you find the video helpful at any point, then consider liking it to let me know, and subscribing so you don't miss out on future videos in the series. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into it.
And here we are in a pretty fresh install of Windows. I've done some customization, as you can see, but I've only installed kind of the basic few programs. I'm just about to install WSL for myself, and I thought, you know what, I'll do a video for it. A number of people have been inquisitive about it ever since I kind of said that I was going to switch to WSL 2, so I thought I'd just go through a whole process of installing the Windows terminal, which is optional, but I would recommend it. Actually installing the WSL Hyper-V thing, and then installing the actual operating system as well. So we're going to start with the terminal. Now, as I said, this is optional. You can use WSL in the CMD or the PowerShell, but using the terminal it looks nicer, it is faster, and it's just kind of built for this sort of thing. There isn't really a reason not to use it. So you can get that from the store. So I'm going to quickly go to the store now and do a search for just terminal will work. And then you want the Windows terminal here. You can have the Windows terminal preview if you want, but I'm just going to use the standard terminal. And then you hit install. And then it shouldn't take too long to install it, guys. Very quick. We don't want to hit the launch button because we want to launch it as an administrator. So to do that, we open the start menu, and you can see this recently added thing here, Windows Terminal. If you don't have that, you can just search for it, and then right click run as admin. And then once you're actually in, let me see if I can make that a bit bigger for you. There we go. We can actually start running the commands necessary to install Windows Subsystem for Linux. And it's kind of a weird set of commands, but that is sort of why I'm making the video, to make it a little bit easier to understand. So the first one to do is dism.exe/online/enable feature/feature name, and before all these slashes are spaces in case you're following with the audio. Microsoft-Windows-Subsystem Linux /all/no restart. So I'll just leave that there for people that want to pause in case they want to actually copy the command down. I'm pretty sure this is enabling the actual subsystem in the operating system itself, because it is in there, it just needs to be enabled. It's enabled by default on Insider Preview builds, I should say, and I imagine Windows 11 will come with it by default, so this video is probably going to be outdated quite soon, but I suppose we'll see. So now we need to actually enable the virtual machine feature. So we can do, again, dism.exe/online/enable -feature /feature name : virtual machine platform /all/no restart. I'm going to leave that on the screen for a little bit for those of you who don't want to copy it down. I don't think it's going to go off the screen anytime soon. So operation completed successfully. At this point, we do need to restart the computer, so I'm going to cut the footage here. You need to pause the video while you restart, and I will catch back up with you on the other side. Okay, so now the computer is restarted and everything. We have launched the terminal, but we don't need it right now because the next step is to actually download and install the Linux kernel update package. Now, I have actually already downloaded this, but I haven't installed it yet. I will have a link in the description for the download link. So if you're following this on mobile, I do apologize, but you're going to need to move to desktop, at least for now. So yeah, we're just going to run that, and then I'm going to shut the Explorer down. And then this is a pretty simple thing. There we go, that's all finished. That did not take much at all. And now we need to set WSL 2 as the default version. So by default it is using version 1. We need to do, not WASL, we need to do this, set default version 2, to set the default version to WSL 2. So after we've done that, the next thing to do is to actually install our operating system. So to actually do that, we don't open the store through the normal place. We go into our web browser and we type in aka.ms/WSL store. And this will take us to a place where we can get all our distributions. So at the moment we have Ubuntu, we have Kali, we have Debian, and we have Alpine. You are free to choose whichever one you want. I'm going to be going with Debian, personally. Which is, it's sort of the same as Ubuntu, except the Ubuntu one is a little over twice the size, I think, once it's actually installed. But I'm just going to go with the Debian one because it's smaller and I have no need for the Ubuntu one personally. So we're just going to install that right now. It shouldn't take a huge amount of time. There we go. Okay, we don't want to hit the launch again. We want to go back into the terminal here, and we want to simply type our command to get into the operating system. Now, if you have Ubuntu, it would be Ubuntu. If you have Alpine, it would probably be Alpine. If you have Kali, it would probably be Kali. But for me, because I have Debian, it's Debian. And then it starts installing. It says this may take a few minutes, but for me, it's only ever taken about 10 or 15 seconds to do. There we go. Now we can create a new name. I'm just going to use Parafoxia. Create a new password. Just going to use that. And we are in. Oh yeah, I haven't given my computer a name yet, so it's just desktop at all that garbage there. But yeah, that is the start to finish of WSL, and I can show you that this is, well, hang on. There we go. We have, it's quite a lightweight installation of Debian. Which is quite nice to have. So you just have your .bash logout, bash rc and .profile. You can see if I go in here, it is actual Linux and it was all working fine. So yeah, if you have any questions, then don't be scared to leave them in the comments below, or you can join the Discord server using the link in the description. But yeah, with that, I would like to thank my Patreons on screen now. £1 a month and you can be on that screen too. And I will see you next time where we do something else. I don't know, I haven't really planned what the next one's going to be. So I'll see you for that.